Alright, sometimes in these old 240s, they got electrical problems. And so, sometimes your taillights will stop working, and you'll trace the fault to maybe a fuse or something like that, but every time you go to push on the brake, that little light pops up on your dashboard that lets you know that you have a bulb out or there is some sort of electrical problem with the lighting system within the vehicle. And that light can get pretty annoying, and so I'm going to show you what to do to fix that. I've traced the fault to the driver's side tail light, and in order to take this out, take off this harness and take off this ground that's attached to this circuit board here. Undo these 4 screws that hold it onto the body. Save that stuff, put it aside. Check out your wiring harness. Make sure it's not melted or burnt up. Contacts are kind of corroded, but it's looking pretty good in here. But here's where our problem was. Check it out. See? Ooh, yeah. Burnt up, melted, corroded contacts. Yeah, this circuit board needs to go. It's pretty easy to grab an aftermarket one for pretty cheap off of eBay or something. That's what I did. Looks like somebody played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with the back of this Saturn. I love that. Alright, we got this inside. What we're going to want to do first is get this nice and cleaned up. Check and make sure that none of the little mounts are melted from the heat of the bulb. Take these plugs out. Inspect the bulbs. Make sure the filaments are still good. Remember which hole they go in by placing them accordingly in formation. Let's see. That one looks alright. Okay, put those on the ground over there. That one looks good. Looks okay to me. Might be on its way out. Alright. Next thing we're going to want to do is carefully start taking the old board off of these little pegs, holding it onto the housing here. Basically, these are like little spikes that this flimsy little circuit board is pressed down onto, and that's what's hold all these electrical connections in place. And it looks like this has been glued or melted on at some point. I'm going to have to give it some gas. Oh, that's hard to get off. Hang on. So as you can see, that got pretty hot at some point, and there you are. Well, let's get out the new one. Alright, just going to get this cleaned up a little bit with a damp paper towel. Just going to get in there and just kind of get this dust stuff off. Yeah, that shit. All these little rainwater roots on the side, be sure to get after those. Good enough. Alright, so we got this nice new circuit board here. Just make sure that it matches up. Here's the circuit board that we need. It is in fact the circuit board we need. Very carefully remove it from the packaging. And sort of mock it up to where it should go on the board. Like so. Take the ground cable and sort of carefully fold it underneath the circuit board like so, so that it goes in the little trench in the top and the bottom lights down there. It takes some finagling, but get those first two pins by the connector pushed down carefully so as not to damage the connections here. I left some indentations, I did it badly. There's some adhesive on the back of this connection right here. Press it down good and tight so that it's good and centered up, so that whenever you plug your lights back in, they make a good connection. Once you get it all mounted up, make sure that all the contacts are flush against the housing, that they don't leave any gap. Make sure they're pushed all the way down on the little spikes. Use a little bit of dielectric grease on your contacts and start mirroring the parts back up again. Alright, everything's looking good. Everything seems to be making a good connection. Let's go and install this back in the car now and see if our lights come back on. Alright, all done. Got the tail light all reinstalled. The new circuit board in there. Let me start it up real quick. And we will see if the repair has been a success. Here to work today. Alright, we're all done. Enjoy driving legally. Toyota, because America.